7 days done and 7 days still to go. Let's take stock. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to our 14-day island challenge. Our main objective is to decorate a fall and farm themed island in just 14 IRL days, whereas time traveling as well as Nintendo Online and the DLC are all allowed, but no tile is to be left behind on the mainland of the island. Plus, in the end, I would also like to have 10 villagers that fit the vibe of the island. And with that, hello and welcome to day 8. 7 full days are over and 7 full days are in front of us, basically. So we should be halfway done, I guess, but not really because, you know, we didn't decorate from the very start. And then before we get started, I just want to quickly take stock with y'all. I'm not going to do like a full island tour just because I feel like it takes like way too long to show you everything by now. But as in villagers, we're now at 8 out of 10 dreamies. Lionel and Cherry still have to leave, so we're gonna have to try and kick them out at some point. I'd like to not push that towards the very last days so that we have like the last few days to actually fully focus on just the decorating. And then we have made like quite a decent bit of progress on the decorating part as well. We've landscaped and waterscaped a whole bunch, and we've also started decorating, of course. We have a bunch of areas. We have a pumpkin patch, we have an orchard. We also started decorating my house and a farm like right next to it. And so here is our current map. And now I'll show you a picture of all of the areas that we've decorated kind of colored in. And by decorated, I mean like fully decorated. So like areas like in front of nooks wouldn't be part of that because they're not fully done, unfortunately. That actually might be something we want to work on today to finalize some areas. We have, like I said, a whole bunch of progress done, but a lot of it isn't really completely done. Speaking of, last time we played, we were working on this farm and we have another balloon here, which is awesome. Anyway, we were working on the farm layout, which we did together, and then after the video was over, after the recording was over, I just worked on a couple of produce. How do you say that? I don't know. I just spread around some different produce, and I wanted it to be like a good mixture of things, but there weren't enough. I didn't have enough stuff, and now everything's empty, and so I kind of kept it like this, and because it was like super late. So the first thing we're gonna do is plant these and make sure to water them. Okay, so this way everything is filled and I'm gonna make sure to water it. However, I would also like there to be some of the crops that only hold 2 of the produce instead of like all 3. There's a bit more variety kind of. And also I think we're gonna remove some of the crops and put some like items there instead, maybe some hand cards, a shovel. I was also thinking that this right here on the corner could be like just a code, so we can put a leaf pile over it and kind of hide the corner of the pathing with like the in-game pathing, because it kind of weirds me out a little bit. I am gonna leave it like this for now and just kind of prepare those different crops on the side, and then anything we have left over we can obviously use on like other parts of the island. Even for like filler decorations, I quite like crops for fillers, even if it doesn't really make the most sense. All right, perfect. With that, everything has grown in, and then there in the background, I've already prepared a couple of crops that only have 2 on each. Let's find a few items that we might want to incorporate so we kind of know how many crops we have to like remove. So let's kind of just like place stuff where we roughly would want them and then look at it. Okay, so maybe somewhat like this. I kind of like it over here to the left. I just have to say that I think I want something else for the pumpkins and the tomatoes here. They seem to be like a little bit too perfect. I think we need to incorporate some items over here. We do have like a hand card over to the, like pretty much the middle of all of this, but maybe we can incorporate like another hand cart somewhere to the side here. And then I feel like we really need something else here. I'm not quite sure what, but maybe these 2 spots. And then apart from that, that's pretty good. I'm going to deposit all these crops in the back, and then we'll get the ones that have the 2 produce and exchange some of those. Some of you have also been saying in the comments that I could maybe put a barn somewhere, which I think is a really good idea. And I believe maybe just behind this farm. So The last island I just finished was actually my city island, so I'm still very much in the like making fake buildings kind of mindset. So I was just thinking about whether we should kind of make one of those with like these storefronts here, the red ones. Speaking of comments, by the way, I do just want to say thank you all for being so kind. It like I'm having so much fun with this challenge, but I think a huge part of that is because you're all enjoying it so much too. Like reading your comments is really making this so much better. And also I have to say, I I find myself like blushing at comments about the editing. Like I don't know, like quite a few of you have said that you've really been enjoying the editing on these, and that is like you don't even know how much that means to me because I was really worried about it. I was really worried about like the editing of this, whether I was going to get it done in time or not. I'm usually a very I don't know, I seem to be very slow at like pretty much most of what I do about like content creation. Like everything just takes me super long. I'm really having, and this sounds super weird, but I'm having so much fun editing these videos. Like this type of decorating and then editing is really enjoyable for me, I have to say, because I get to like talk to you about my ideas, but then I can like sit here in silence with like my bitchy resting face, like frowning all the time because I'm like trying to concentrate. And then I just kind of can show you the finished result. And sometimes being able to jump from like the unfinished to like the finished is so satisfying. So yeah, I've been really enjoying it, and it makes me really happy to read that you also seem to be. So thank you all for the very sweet comments. And also some of you have already said that you're really going to be sad when this is over, or some of you have even been asking me if I'm going to do something like this again in the future. To be fair, I think I will do like a feedback or kind of what I thought of this challenge video, in which I'll kind of like summarize all of my thoughts. I will say I'm having so much fun, but it is like very time consuming. So it kind of depends a little bit on my life circumstances. That sounds very dramatic, but basically that's basically it. It kind of just depends on how my entire life is looking, if I have like time to put into this challenge. Generally though, I will say I'm having tons of fun. So I could see myself doing another one of these. And I actually would really love to try the 30-day no online challenge at some point. If y'all are also interested in that, I'm not sure if people are really, but that would be maybe something I'd want to try out. I'm just so sad that like Animal Crossing seems to, people seem to be losing interest like more and more, and I'm genuinely still loving this game so much. I think that you can probably tell, and I want to try everything to kind of keep it alive almost. So yeah, that's kind of that. Oh, also someone seems to have lost their diary right here by our farm. I don't know if I want to give it back. It doesn't fit like color-wise, but great. Thank you for the tip. I guess we probably should. Actually, we should definitely talk to villagers anyway because we still have to gift some watering cans. So let's see. Hi, Hazel. It's Lionel's. Oh, we don't care about him. Oh, we can actually give Hazel something. So I'm gonna grab some watering cans and we'll do that. Well, and then here's Lionel. A fired up kanji tea from your personal collection. That's great, thank you. Oh, we can also give something to Patty. Let's go. And we get a bathrobe in return. Presents are so fun. And here's something for Hazel. And we get an old school jacket. This is awesome. Okay, here we go. So some of them have just like two produce things on the crops now. I don't know if like maybe that was too much work for like not that noticeable of an outcome, but I always kind of, I don't know, I like when there's a little bit more variety, So we have to like clean up here in the back, but I was thinking we could shift the silos over to the right-hand side, and then in between these two windmills, we could try and build up like a big barn. So it could be something like this. I currently don't have more than 2 of the red storefronts anymore, so I'm gonna have to get more. Maybe like this, and then it would be kind of on 2 levels. So I would build up like a tiny cliff for the barn, for like the garden shed or whatever you want to call it, and we could have like a second level of it. I kind of do want to try it. I'm not sure if the reflection of the doors, or like the windows there, it kind of puts me off a little bit. And then I kind of want to have, and I feel like I have to sacrifice a tall weed, which we all know I hate. But I kind of might want to have a tree like right in this spot here, but like a third stage, I just plucked the carrots. Are you kidding me? Dang it. Oh, and we can have one like behind the windmill too. I'm not sure how like realistic that is, but listen, we're only looking for aesthetics here and not realistic decorations. So maybe we'll actually put a cedar tree in this spot and then like a large, not like a large, but like a fully grown hardwood in the spot behind the windmill. I might have to skip a few days back so we can actually see what the tree colors would be like. Or is that too much like behind the windmill? It might be too much behind it. Look who has joined us here on the farm, and she seems to really enjoy it too. Heckin' adorable. I wish she would take out her like cute elephant watering can and water the crops here, but no, she's on paper bag duty today. That's also fine with us. Okay, option number 2 is I change the waterscaping and put the tree a little bit further to the left, and then we can have like another tree right here, and then this can just be like, I don't know, a fence or something. And then maybe we could make up for it by having this spot right here be like a tree, so it's still kind of like staggered like that. And then either this would be the hardwood or this would be the cedar tree. And also that way, you know, we get to keep our tall grown weeds and everything. It's truly the best solution. So cedar here and hardwood here. I quite like that. And then I feel like, oh gosh, sorry, the camera opening in this place is a little weird. And then I was thinking like somewhere above that barrel, it would be nice if there's like a hardwood tree kind of behind it, you know. So maybe we can get that to work. Right, let me see my pockets. I have a few flowers with me. I'm not sure if I can maybe work them in somewhere, but I do have a Treasure Island order ready to send off. I need some new medium young hardwood trees. I also need to make sure that no flowers grow in this part that are not supposed to, because I still haven't covered every tile in the orchard. This is one of the things I'm really terrible at, is I procrastinate covering all the tiles until at some point I have to do just filler things, and I always hate it. Wait, I quite like this mushroom here. Let's give it a little coat underneath and call it a day for that one. Sometimes, you know, especially in fall, things like that just kind of work out, I guess. And then maybe this could be like a, yeah, why not a black Cosmo? Let's go. Oh, but look at this area now. Oh, I like that. Well, obviously we still have this one spot in front of us that has to be decorated, but this could be a really cute spot to take a picture. Now the tree is blocking my house a little bit, etc., but yeah. Also, I say that a lot, right? Etc. I think I say that all but too often. Okay, I have planted my flowers somewhere, parts of them really random. But that means I'm gonna empty the rest of my pockets, and then we're gonna go and pick up an order. I actually might do 2 orders because I think I'm missing a few crops as well, like just to be able to drop like a potato or something. Ooh, our farm is in our flyover. Okay, this is looking good, y'all. I'm happy. And then, of course, lots of fillers are missing. Dang it. Okay, I wanted there to be like a hardwood tree somehow behind that barrel, but I feel like we have to take that into consideration in a second when we do the landscaping bit for this. Because like this can't be a hardwood, but this possibly can. But then that would mean we can't bring the cliff out all the way to the side here, which is probably gonna look a little bit odd, but I might just want to sacrifice that for an actual like tree. Yeah, let's figure out the building part, I guess. Okay, it might just look like this, and then to have our tree, maybe we can actually just go ahead and place one of the storefronts kind of like this here, and then the one in front would also be a red one. I think I would want all of these to be red. And then we can, in fact, put a hardwood tree there. Yeah, I mean, because that kind of is nice. Okay, so now comes the part where we have to like maneuver all of the storefronts so they're the right way around. And then I believe I didn't get enough because I need 5 for like upstairs already, and I just have 3 red ones. I'm gonna just grab 2 from the front because these are like very easily placeable, whereas the ones on top, yeah, they're not as easy. Okay, now I need to figure out which way around this places. Perfect! It actually places like that. Okay. Okay, so now I need to climb down and then climb up here again so I can push this to the front. And now I can make this full on buildings. Oh wait, of course, because I took like a tile away from the front, I can't do like 3 in the back and 2 in the front. Ah, dang it. Okay, that means it kind of looks like this now, because my plan was to have 3 in the back kind of turned backwards. So it would have been more like this on both sides. Okay, so we could do it like this. I don't know if you're gonna walk past the barn, like if you're gonna see this. I did cheat a little bit, or well, basically I just pushed this one back, and now I just want to find something. Like I put a tomato cardboard box pile there, but I feel like I want to try something else. But this is kind of how we could do it and kind of get past it, still have like coverage from the front. And then maybe you just don't walk past it that closely, right? And then even if you do, like, just don't look at it, okay? Don't look at it. 2 options that I seem to find okay. I feel like the weird little gap in between here, you know, this little bit of grass that kind of peeks through, might be better once like stuff is decorated and you might not like notice it as much anymore. So just for like walking past purposes, number 1 is just a meter and pipes, because I feel like it kind of makes sense as though there's like a gap in the building so that there are, you know, meters and pipes. I know I said before we don't care about realistic, but you know. Potential number 2 could be like a wooden storage shed. I've turned it this way around. I can also try it the other way around. This is more like full coverage. There might also be some other items that we could use for that. I'm not really the most knowledgeable about like these types of items though. Actually, you know what? I think I'm okay with it like this. From the front, you don't really see it anyway. You know, like if you were to be on the farm, you know, like here, and you were to tilt down, you don't really see it anyway. The wooden storage shed might make sense because it's kind of like a roof. There's like a door. It could, I don't know. Yeah, if you've got like a better idea, honestly, feel free to drop it in the comments, and I might go back and fix this at some point, but I think for now, I am happy with this, like as happy as I can be. This will look a little bit interesting on the map though. Yep, it really does. It really does. It kind of almost looks like a little bit of an animal, doesn't it? If you were to add like legs or something, I don't know what else you would want to add, but you know. I think that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make though, from so that it's nice from the front, you know. Okay, so we could now move in the silo and the tank a little bit further to the left. So the tank is like behind the hardwood. It makes it look more of like one big building. I think I like that. That is like a nice setup of items, I would say. Oh, also before I forget, I will just go and quickly order another red storefront and probably some wheat fields too. Oh, also, I have to say, I'm quite happy that you are enjoying the like sped up Animal Crossing music for like the the parts where we like decorate or waterscape or something like that, because I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I'm honestly gonna say, I think that type of editing will probably now be like a staple on my channel, so I hope you're ready for that. And I had a look through on like some more of the Animal Crossing music, and I think I found a few more tracks that I can incorporate. You might have already heard them when we were doing the Treasure Island runs. I'm not sure about this, so I like it from here. Obviously the curtain partition will be customized. I like it from here, but I have to say I don't love it from up here. I just feel like the covered wagon literally covers too much. So I might actually do a display table instead. I don't know if the left storefront is the best one for the curtain partition either. Okay, after trying around a little bit more, I think I found a combination that I like. So the curtain partition I still have to fix, but what I did was I used a counter table, but I pushed it like a little bit behind the tree, and then I used the cornucopia like the wrong way around, so the basket kind of thing is kind of behind the tree, and so it just looks like the produce is spread like on a towel, which I think is like a really cute touch, like a kitchen towel. And then there's also this like harvest basket in the front. Now I do still have to take it apart again because I ordered like another red storefront, but I do think this is a good setup, and then we can have like more flowers around it, or like maybe even a shrub there. That could be kind of a nice coverage as well. Let me see where I can stunt my tree. That actually was a rhyme. Great. Okay, question though, would it be bad if that was like a fully grown tree? I kind of want to see if it can be, because then we could save ourselves the stunting. I mean, that could totally be a fully grown one. Okay, perfect, because then we can save ourselves the little sapling and instead just have like a fully grown one there, and we can plant like another flower or whatever, really. Okay, so that means we still have to customize this, and then we have to time travel the day so I get the storefront. Plus, I think I'm gonna pretty much cover all of this underneath in just like a dirt path, so there's something like going on, and because we don't plant anything in between. Oh, I can give Crackle something now. Here you go. A layered polo shirt. Is that what he's wearing right now? Probably something similar. Okay, we got some more details spread around. I just put this basket here as though someone was just collecting some produce, and then I also added some fencing, small little details like the drop produce on top of the barrels, and now I think it would just be time to kind of fill the rest of this with flowers and shrubs, and then that would be done. And something I can't forget is obviously, you know, no tile left behind also means we have to decorate behind cliffs. Even if it's just like weeds or maybe like a repetition of, I don't know, flower, shrub, weed, etc. But it is something I like to also cover just so I have the sense of like everything is actually finished. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't pay attention again. I guess we have a campsite visitor. Okay, let's see who this is. Oh, it's Robin. Hello. Also had her on, I believe it was Equilibrio for like a long time. Basically just to get a reaction that I never ended up getting, but yeah, she's totally fine. Okay, here we go. So this actually might be the time when I upload this island. I know that like a lot of people upload their fall islands during like sunset, but for me personally, I find that a little bit too orange. Like it's a little too much for me. And this is more like sunrise. This is like 7:40, like 7 to 8 a.m. basically. It does make everything kind of sun-kissed, and it makes everything a little bit kind of gloomy, so the views aren't the clearest. Plus, if I were able to choose, I'd probably choose a little bit more wind than this is right now. However, it's the 16th of November, and this is like probably gonna be one of the only days that I like because of like the mixture of trees and the maple leaves like already falling. Because maple leaf season starts on the 16th, and the later it gets, the more red all the trees are, which is beautiful in and of itself, but it's just not like the vibe that I had envisioned for this island. So yeah, so like everything. Oh my god. Listen, right? Not that I care at all about the rating of my island, but we apparently, I don't know if we currently still have it. We're gonna go to Isabel and see. But we have apparently reached 5 stars at some point. Oh yes, this is a great thumbnail. Look at me taking a selfie with my 5-star flower. I'm having way too much fun with this right now. I mean, who cares about like a decorated area when you've got like a 5-star flower, right? All right, let's actually ask Isabel though. Also, I don't know if they're, drift, no. I don't know if there's already like more spread around somewhere too that we just haven't found yet, or if that's like actually the first one because it just tipped over. Hi Isabel, please tell me how pretty this island is. Yay! 5 stars, y'all. We got a 5-star island. Earned the best possible ranking. Great. Now we get the golden watering can, so that's nice, I guess. But you know what? That also goes to show that the 5-star rating just doesn't really mean much. I know like a lot of people really focus on it, but like so much of our island isn't decorated yet, but we get 5 stars for it, you know? Like it really doesn't matter. I mean, you get like a golden watering can recipe plus like the cutesy flowers, which I don't think I'm actually gonna use. So, but yeah, we got it. It doesn't really matter, but we got it. Also, imagine our goal would have been to actually like have a 5-star island in 14 days. Like it'd be over now. Like, you know, day 8 and I guess challenge is done. All right, bye everyone. I'm kidding, of course. We still have a lot to do. But yeah, that's nice. I mean, it's a nice little pick-me-up, isn't it? Anyway, our farm is pretty much done now and it makes me quite happy. See, this is really interesting because like when you start like the layout of this with all the random shapes, you kind of don't think this is ever going to get to a place where it's like done, you know? But here we are, and everything looks like full and decorated. I also made sure that there's like no tiles left behind here either. So obviously on top of the cliff, yes, but you know. So we did well, and now it is already 3 p.m. and I need to go make sure that all of this is edited. Plus, even more importantly, today's episode doesn't have a thumbnail just yet, so I need to make that. Let me see this with the clouds and the lighting, because I just love how soft it makes the trees look. Okay, this right here though, actually freaking cute. All right, I will see you in just a bit. Okay, it is now around, I think 2 or 3 hours later. I did a quick trip to the store and I'm just about to have food. Thumbnails have been made, video of today is mostly edited, and I thought I'd just check in and tell you about my plans. I think I will do some sofa decorating as usual, but I really... I need to tackle some filler stuff. So I'm going to try my best, and I'll show you this either later. Yeah, probably later. I'll show you this later, like what I've done so far, but I'll try my best to finish decorating this like in between part with the little wheat farm over here. Same thing goes for like in front of nooks, just so like this photo frame basically would be completely done. So basically I want to focus on getting this farm done as well, and then like a couple of tiles just in front of nooks. And then I think the third thing that I really want to try and get done today is this area by like Anchovy's house. So basically this island here with the trees, all of this area in front of Anchovy's house, and then also these tiles or these like islands, I guess. So we can just kind of like be done with this and not have to like go back, because like I said earlier, this is definitely a weakness of mine, that I kind of like put trees some places and then I abandon the area and I have to do like fillers at some point, and it gets like really exhausting. So I'm gonna try my best and do all of those 3, and then potentially also up here and the border pieces just outside of the orchard here. So we can fully mark off these areas on the map as completely done. And I will check in with you later and show you a bit of an update on everything. Okay, you know the drill by now. It is very late. I should probably already be sleeping, but I did want to check in with you, show you what I've done, and also I have some very good news to tell you. But first, let me show you. So there are a couple of areas like here where the shrubs haven't grown in. I'll tell you in a second why. But basically, we now have this entire bed decorated. Now, obviously, there are like a lot of weeds in all of those places, but I feel like with the type of island that we're creating, like a very natural looking island, that is actually quite okay. Like I'm totally happy with it. I also did do the area in front of nooks, so I just added a shovel, some seed bags. I actually might go ahead and customize these to just be like plain brown though. I might prefer that a little bit. I'm not quite sure. I did some stuff over here. There are still a few open spaces though. I did finish, as far as I can remember, I did finish the platform up here. And then, like I said, I also worked on Anchovy's place. So he just has the clotheslines, and then I decided to give him just this tiny little like carrot farm, drop mushrooms, a little bike, because sure, why not? And then also, again, same thing kind of over here, just added some stuff. So all of the little pieces on the side here are now decorated up until like this tree. Speaking of trees, I think I placed like a few more trees around in different places. One of which is also all the way over here by our little neighborhood. You know, those tiny little bits and bobs that do fill up some tiles. So I guess we're not gonna complain. Oh, hello! What's up, Crackle? Oh, a game? Actually, it is almost 1 a.m. So I really have to go to bed, Crackle. But thank you for thinking of me. I appreciate that. All right, speaking of happy news just a second ago, though, I do have some to share with you. Because someone asked to leave and I couldn't be happier. I mean, looking at this face, I really could not be happier to see him go. So yeah, Lionel asked to leave, and of course I told him farewell, have fun, bye-bye, get out of here. And so tomorrow, in tomorrow's episode, and on day 9, I think is tomorrow, we'll start with the little villager hunt, and we will make sure to bring our total Jimmy count to 9 out of 10, which is super exciting. Anyway, here is like the biggest thing that we worked on today, I guess. Once again, the farm with the barn, which rhymes, so that's great. Please excuse me, it is almost 1 a.m. and I really need to get some sleep. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be all for today, but thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate all of your feedback to this challenge so far, and I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe so you don't miss the future progress, and also of course who we find on our little villager hunt. And then I will say I'm looking forward to seeing you all again in the next episode, and until then, I hope you have an awesome time. Bye everyone!